Sunday of Advent, and we already lit the fourth candle. So this is the sign that we are already near to the peak of our celebration, the Christmas season. And maybe you're wondering why we are wearing like this color. Did they explain it to you before? Not yet. Maybe not yet. The color of Advent is not really violet or purple, but it's like a purple blue. It's not really, anyhow. The important thing is why we wear like this. Because Advent season in the olden times, especially in the early medieval ages, they viewed Advent as like a little Lent. That's why before Christmas they have this penitential fasting. What we have in Lent is the same also in Advent. And then later on become it's not a really fasting. And although they are preparing for the coming of the Lord, because usually in some areas, especially in the medieval times, before they would celebrate a feast, they would fast. You see the term? Feast, fast. That's why when they have the feast, they call it fast eating, because they are hungry. So it's like that. And why we wear this color? Because in the olden times, the one who would use this color are only for the rich people, because the color is too expensive. And if you see, this is a sign of royalty, and the one who is to be born is a king. That's why as we continue our celebration for this coming Christmas and for the Christmas day, we see how the angels and the Magi's would adore the king. And in the second reading, we realize that Jesus is the son of David, and his kingdom will be forever. And also in the first reading, Ahaz said, I will not challenge the Lord, because he is the king, because he is God with us. But despite of those things, let us go to, I would like to reflect on to Joseph. Maybe you are familiar with Saint Joseph? Yes, because some of you may be named Joseph, or in Italian, Giuseppe. Is correct? And the name is really popular because Saint Joseph is the patron of the Universal Church. And if you have trouble with your husband, or if you have some problem with your husband, you offer your prayers to Saint Joseph. Why? Because in the Gospel for today, Matthew explained to us that Joseph was a righteous man. He is not a war freak or drunkard or what, or maybe he doesn't go to the casino. He is a righteous man. And remember, it says, Mary was betrothed to Joseph, but she was found with a child. You know, in the Jewish tradition, the betrothal is the first stage of marriage. As we view it today, they are already married. And if you found a child, and Mary, and that the child Jesus is not the son of Joseph. So, according to the tradition, Mary commits adultery. So, if you commit adultery at the time, they would drag you outside of the city and they would stone you to death. But according to the gospel, Joseph is not like that. Why? Because, as I told you, he is a righteous man. He is a good man. A good husband. That's why he said, he liked to divorce her in secret. divorce at the time is different from our divorce here. But remember, divorce is not accepted in the church because according to the teachings of Jesus and the teachings of Jesus, we don't have any right to scrap it. We have no right to change it. Okay? This is a Jewish law, not a Christian law. Okay? Anyhow, Joseph is a righteous man, it says. And he wanted to divorce Mary in secret because he loved the Blessed Mother. Maybe the question for us today is this: how do we become a righteous man like Joseph? Or maybe, how do we become a righteous person like Saint Joseph? Maybe if we look at, again, to the Gospel, we see the two characteristics that I would like to reflect on. If we want to become a righteous man, we must be patient. Are we patient enough? Or we are short-tempered? We want the instant thing. We want the instant noodles. We want the instant food and everything. But Joseph, he waits. Why? Because according to the story, when the Lord knows the intention of Joseph, what the Lord said, or what the Lord did, the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. See? That's why if you are patient enough before you have your decision, the outcome will be good. That's why if we want to become a righteous person, we must be patient enough, like Joseph. Because according to the story in the dream, the Lord enlightened Joseph. You see, being a person with patience, meaning we can have the enlightenment. So therefore, we can have the right decision. That's why as we await for the coming of Christmas, we must wait. We must be patient enough. But we must be patient with prayer. That's why we must know how to pray. Not only be patient, but we must know how to pray, like Joseph. Because patience connotes reflection, connotes we could say, proper thinking. So Joseph is not in a hurry. And he is because he is a righteous man. That's why if you want to become a righteous person like Joseph, we must be patient enough. The second thing that we can see in the life of Joseph in the Gospel is that Joseph is not only a patient man, but he knows how to respect the will of God. Yes, Joseph has many plans, but he put aside his plan and he go with the plan of God. The same also with us sometimes. We have so many plans. There are things that we put in a good plan. So we want this, we want that. But sometimes our plan would not materialize. Why? Because probably God has the better plan. And here, Joseph respected the plan of God. I think the same also with us. That's why we must be patient enough. Because in our patience, we can see the plan of God. That's why we need to respect the plan of the Lord in our lives. If Joseph would not respect the plan of God, what happened to Mary and Jesus? Maybe we don't have any Christmas at all. That's why thanks to Saint Joseph, because he respect the law of God. He respect the plan of God in their life. That's why, my dear brothers and sisters, let us see ourselves. What is the plan of God for us? maybe it's not a right time for us, maybe in the time of God. That's why we need to respect what is the plan of God in our life. That's why if we want to become a righteous person like Joseph, we must know how to respect and to see the plan of God in our life. That's why, my dear brothers and sisters, this fourth Sunday of Advent, the Lord is asking us to become like Saint Joseph, to become a righteous person. How? To become patient, at the same time, to respect the plan of God in our life. Amen.